Silarondaro Matoro Mayanarastoro Larandoro Rararandara Marstoro Meo Tirarambolo Ho Ho Ho. Today I want to talk to you about certain situations in your life that God has allowed. Yes, it is always the enemy that comes to kill, steal, and destroy. We've seen that over and over again. We've seen that the enemy is like a roaring lion. He's waiting, moving back and forth and waiting for an opportunity. We know all that. But have you also noticed, in the case of the Israelites and the Egyptians, God said that I will harden Pharaoh's heart, so he will pursue the Israelites. So if anything, God gave permission to Pharaoh for his heart to be hardened. It was not so that the Israelites can be destroyed, but it was so that they will see that God would redeem them through that process and that Israelites would be set free. And if you notice with Job, when Satan goes to God and says, but haven't you put a hedge of protection around Job? So how am I going to attack him when there is so much protection around him? And then you notice that God said, fine, everything he has is in your power, but don't lay a finger on him. In fact, Satan told God, why don't you strike him down and destroy everything he has, and then he will curse you to your face. But God said, no, I'm going to let you have some power over him, but just don't lay a finger on him. And even in this case, you must understand, even the enemy needs permission to attack you. He can't just attack when he wants. Yes, there are claims, yes, there's open doors, all of that. But still, everything needs to go through God. Like, can you think about that? Everything needs God's permission. So even in the case of Pharaoh, God is the one who hardened Pharaoh's heart. But was that to destroy the Israelites? Many times when we are on crossroads or when we are having challenges and attacks after attack, you must remember that ultimately God's going to turn everything for them that loves him. Even in the case of Job, when God allowed Satan to destroy everything he inherited, all his blessings, his children, is not so that Job can be depressed and can lose hope. Why? God knew the end plan from the beginning, right? So he knew that he's going to restore everything he has, double portion. So child of God, I just want you to remember this. Everything is in the hands of God. Sometimes God allows certain evil in this world, and everything is just temporary, everything is just short-lived, but it's just a matter of time till God comes and redeems his people. It's just a matter of time till God comes and rescues his people. Even in the case of the Israelites, you saw how God took care of the Israelites. Literally, God was their GPS. They didn't have GPS back then, but God showed them the way. There was a shortcut where they had to pass through the Philistines, but God knew that if they saw the Philistines, they would change their mind. So God was like, no, I'm going to make you go through the long route. I mean, that is God. God knows every details of your lives. And if certain situations has happened, it is not so that we can be destroyed. It is not so that we can be bitter. It's so that we can be better. We can be stronger. We can come out of it. So we will come out stronger. Even though Satan and sin are powerful, remember, God is more powerful. He is able to redeem and restore everything that the enemy has stolen and taken from us. Sometimes all things may not be good, but God uses all things for good. He turns every situation, every ugly situation, every tragic situation, every horrific situation, every sad story, He turns it for good. Even when Jesus was on the cross, yes, He had to bear our sins. Yes, He had to endure the sins of this world. But guess what? He took dominion over death and over sin, so that you and I can be free. Just like that, God will turn every situation of our life for His good. So, child of God, this year focus on the goodness of God. Focus on the end result. At the end of the day, God is going to get you through this. God is going to help you through this. God is going to strengthen you. God's favor is going to locate you. His mercy shall sustain you. His grace is sufficient for you. So stay under the mighty hand of God, for He loves you and cares for you. God bless you and shalom.